All right, that's enough clicking around. What's up, guys? It's Charlie with Mountain Man Digital, back again to teach you guys a little bit about the foundations, the outline, the makings of a #1 ranking high quality website, okay? And a lot of you guys are probably like, what? Why aren't you showing me an example of a website? Why aren't you showing me one of your client websites? This and that, right? Well, to be fair, let's think about SEO as like a big circle. Okay, here we go, perfect. It's the top of my coffee cup, okay? And all of these points along the circle are all the places that you can index inside of your industry, if that makes sense, okay? And my website that I run for a client is just one little point right here. It's one way to skin the cat, okay? So what I want to teach you guys instead are the principles that make this entire circle possible, okay? So let's talk about those principles real quick before I even Google anything, okay? #1, high quality content, okay? That's what I'm trying to do for you guys right here. I'm trying to make you a video that's going to explain in depth how you guys build great websites, okay? Because I feel like there aren't that many videos out there doing this, right? There's like 2 other guys who are making these videos. So let me know if they're helpful down in the comments. That's a side note. So high quality content, right? Just like stuff right here, where you're trying to tell people resourceful information on your website so that they know why they need to do what they're doing, they know what you do, and they know what to buy from you, okay? #2, you gotta set up the website appropriately, okay? It has to be organized appropriately. So now to give you an idea of this, I'm going to go ahead and do a Google search, just like I always do. Sip of coffee. Okay, so here we are. Let's do landscaper near me, because this is a pretty classic one, right? There's no special medical problems. There's no licensure in the way. There's no HIPAA compliance. This kind of strips away all those distracting items that, you know, I work a lot with medical practices, I work with dentists, I work with chiropractors, and this is the stuff that they complain about quite often. And I get it, guys, you're not wrong. That's why we use special hosts and servers and we follow those best practices. But all that stuff aside, what does a good site look like on Google? What's a site that ranks #1, okay? And let's take a peek here now. This is classic, okay? You're on Google, right? And I can't tell you how many landscapers I've talked to in my life, cold calling them, hammering the phones, and they just say to me, well, Charlie, I just want to get some more customers, and I don't know why, but Google isn't getting them for me, right? And all of them seem to say that, and none of them want to make the changes, okay? And I know that that's true near me. You want to know why? Look at this. What are the first 2 records? Yelp.com and Yelp.com, okay? What that tells me is that this Solstice Lawn Care right down here that we're going to click on now, it's probably a second-rate website, right? Because Yelp.com is a direct competitor to Google, okay? So if Google is ranking Yelp listings right here, the first record and the second record, there's a problem. Okay? Nobody's doing the job that they're supposed to on Google. Okay? Now let's take a look at the questions. Okay? How do most landscapers charge per hour? And this is once again not from a local landscaper. Google wishes it was. It's from homeguide.com, another basically an indexing site, right? And these indexing sites are good for landscapers oftentimes because they kind of do this work for you. And so then you can just pay them an amount of money a month and get some of these leads, right? But guys, this is stuff you can do yourself. You're wasting your time and your money. You could be paying $30 a month for hosting if you just made some tweaks. And let me show you why. Okay? So if we look at Lawn Care St. John's, Florida, right? They at least got the title right. That's a good way to do it, especially if you are located in St. John's. what we see here, right, we got a generic photo here. We have more generic photos here, okay? We see that they actually wrote some half-decent copy, though. They're explaining the things that they do. They have servicing. They have service pages, okay? And they have an About Us page. About Us page is one of my favorite places to start. All right, we got 2 actual real pictures, okay? And once again, I think the problem here is there's no people's names, right? We don't really know who the business owner is. These are the types of things you want to know, okay? Number one, because if you have a business owner name, it just gives Google more data to link stuff to, right? Business owner, whoever you are for this company, you probably have a Facebook page, you probably have an Instagram, you probably have a Twitter and a LinkedIn. Why not give Google more backlinks to link to, okay? And you can do that very easily by just putting your name on your own website. Easy stuff, okay? And to kind of back away from bits and bobs pieces, let's talk about the function and the core of this website, okay? The goal of this website should be to show up, number one, on Landscaper Near Me for probably anything within about 30 miles, okay? Right now it's the 3rd record when you're next door, okay? I'm in the St. John's area right now. I'm like, it's right there. So what this tells me is that there's probably a bunch of landscapers who don't know what the heck they're doing, paying a lot of money to Yelp every single month just to get the phone to ring, okay? And all that these guys need to do is build a better website. And so structurally, what that means is that they're going to fix their page speed. They're going to structure their site in a way that's helpful to their customers, and Google will see that. And they're going to put original, 100% original content on their site, okay? This is why this site's the 3rd record. And I don't even have to go past the homepage. Stock image, right there, okay? I'm sorry, but I know for a fact that this homie doesn't own an 8K digital camera that's taken these pictures, right? These are gorgeous photos, and they are clearly stock, right? If they're not, I'm sorry. You took some nice photos, man, right? You're looking good, but I bet you a nickel, okay? And here's the thing, right? This is why I know it's the 3rd record, because the secret power of Google right now is that it's using new crawling algorithms to actually index the content of the photos themselves, okay? So for instance, let's say you have a photo of yourself here mowing a customer's lawn, they're smiling on their front porch, there's faces in those pictures, okay? Google now crawls those and grabs the face data, right? And furthermore, on WordPress, which is what you guys should be using, tell me that you're using it, you can actually add location data, information about the photos, and descriptions about the photos, okay? These are just more places for you to give Google information about how you're a landscaper in St. John's, Florida, and you do this, this, and this, okay? This is the type of stuff that people are missing, right? So the structure, the core, the heart of the website here is just fine. And I bet you if we even look at the page source, bet you a nickel this is a WordPress site as well, right? Here's the easy way to check for that. Just type in WP. You find these WP includes files, just like that. That tells you it's a WordPress website, okay? Letting you guys in on the secret sauce. And that tells me that this just needs to be tweaked. It just needs to be tuned up. It needs to be fixed, okay? And this is simple stuff, right? They're missing simple check marks that would get them probably 30 more calls a month. So how do you make those changes? You go into your WordPress backend and you change these simple metrics or these simple pieces of data so that Google just knows more about your company. They know more about your website, right? And once you make these changes, right, it's really easy. Then you just sit back and see what Google does, okay? And I hate to see this to these little landscapers because I know it's a nickel and dime business. You want to just keep your guys working. You want to keep making money. But you just don't have the time to do this type of stuff. And so what I say to you guys, if you're really looking to get this stuff fixed, if you're a business owner looking to get this stuff fixed, grab my video guide. Okay, I'm going to link it down in the description below. There's no email wall. There's no sign up. There's no nothing. It's just the video. And then if you want to get a paper guide, you got to put in your email and all that stuff. But if you want to see in detail a full 45-minute guide on everything to do soup to nuts to make your website rank really well on Google and get the phone ringing more like next week, then go ahead and click the link in the video description. Hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, be sure to share it with any business owners that you think might find it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.